Good morning. Good morning, and welcome to this lecture of BJT, where we are studying common emitter, common collector. We have already studied common collector, common emitter, and common base configurations. Today, we are going to study how a common emitter amplifier is working as common uh, emitter. I guess it is visible to you. Common emitter configuration and how this works as an amplifier, right? So this is what I need. We are expected to study today. The common emitter, uh, COMMON, common. So common emitter configuration we need to study today, and how it is going to work as an common emitter. So in common emitter amplifier, what we do, we connect the input to the base. So I'm drawing that with this blue pen. So this is the base. This is the collector. So the input is supposed to be given. The input is supposed to be given to the base and emitter, whereas the output is taken from the collector and base, right? So here we have connected like this. As you are able to see, the input is being applied to the emitter and base, right? And the output is taken across the collector emitter. So this is C, this is collector, and this is the emitter, and this is supposed to be the base, right? So this is the base over there. Okay, is it clear? So this is the emitter, you know, emitter, this is collector, and this is the base. And as you know, this is a NPN transistor. So this is the N type material, this is P in the base, and this is again N. So this is NPN transistor, right? So this PN junction should be forward bias. And for that, what we have done is we have kept this to a positive polarity like this, okay, and the negative terminal is connected over here. So we have applied the biasing over here for this base emitter junction, so that it remains forward bias, okay. And the collector base junction should be reverse bias, and for that we have applied this reverse voltage over here. Now here we need to change the polarity, so we will be keeping this to the common ground, right, and this is at a positive high polarity. Okay, so this is positive and this is negative. In fact, we can call this as the common emitter, common grounded emitter, or common emitter, sorry, emitter, grounded emitter configuration. Right? So emitter is commonly grounded to both the input and the output. So this is basic connection of say the common emitter amplifier configuration. Now how it works as an amplifier, this is what we need to study. Now in this case, what we have earlier studied, that this base is very very lightly doped, and this concept is to be recalled, that this base is very very lightly doped. This emitter is moderately, sorry, this emitter is heavily doped, whereas the collector is moderately doped. Right now, what it implies, I will try to clear it to you. Now, this is what we are expecting to give as the input. So this input is like this. This is an AC signal. We call this as an AC signal or an alternating signal, which consists of all the possible voltages, which consists of all the possible voltages. This is starting from zero. Then this is the positive high voltage, positive V, and this is at the negative V. I'm drawing it very small because I need to show you this is positive V, means plus positive. So this peak over is in the positive side. This peak is in the negative side. So I have written here minus V, and this is plus V. Okay. And at the output side, what type of result I'm expecting. So when I give this type of a signal, so by amplifying, what actually the amplifier does, that is what I need to show you. So the amplifier is going to amplify a signal like this. So I will have now this as the positive peak, and this as the negative peak. Okay, so what actually a amplifier means. Amplifier means which is going to the amplify the amplitude, right? So it is going to amplify the amplitude, and that's why it is called as this is called as amplitude, right? Without changing the frequency of the signal. If you are able to see that there is a change in frequency also. So there is no change in the frequency. That is only going to change the amplitude, and this is called as the amplitude of an AC signal, right? So this is in the negative direction and this is in the positive direction. What I mean, when I give input like this, a small signal, how it is going to amplify and give you this type of a signal. Actually, it should be the reverse of it. So that is what I mean to show you in this circuit. Now, how it is going to work. Now, just remember what the basic construction of base, emitter, and collector junction is there, right? Uh, just hold for a moment. So for that, you need to understand the basic construction of the base, emitter, and collector, right? So the base was very, very lightly doped. The emitter was heavily doped because it has to emit the charge carriers into the base. And the collector is moderately doped because whatever the emitter is going to say give to the base has to be taken by the collector, and that's why it is negatively charged. Now this is a NPN transistor. If you see the arrow, this is P to N. So the current is to move from the P type to the N type, and therefore the arrow shows. So P to N, right? Now what happens when we have this positive half? Now in this positive half, what happens? So we'll have two halves of this AC signal. This is the positive half cycle and this is the negative half cycle. So half of portion will do. So this is the first half of the AC signal, AC input signal, which is being applied to this input, right? So we are taking it this as input. What happens to this? Now when we apply this positive half cycle to the base. Now, what happens? The forward bias of this uh, emitter base junction will be increased, right? Am I audible clearly? Hello? Anybody can
Yes,
unmute
sir.
and mute. Thank you. Thank you. So my mic is working. That's what I need to say. So for this positive half cycle, what happens? This emitter base junction will become more positive, right? So this will be more forward bias. As an effect of this, more majority charge carriers from this N type, means which are electrons, they are going to be induced in this base. So I will have more current flowing through this. So this emitter current will be maximum. So this emitter current, the arrow will be in the downward direction. Now this is the emitter current over here, and this is the base current. So IB and IE. IE will start flowing. As a matter of fact, when there are more electrons in this base and this collector is connected to the positive terminal, all the electrons are going to be attracted towards the collector, and the current, that is IC, is supposed to flow from this towards the negative direction, right? Now, as far as voltage is concerned, what happens to the voltage? So the current starts flowing from this collector base to the emitter, right? Now, this during this positive half cycle, what happens? The current flows through this, and as soon as the current flows, it goes in the negative region. So maximum reverse current flows through this. Okay, so we'll have this positive half will give you the negative cycle, right? Negative half cycle. And when we have negative half cycle, what happens? This emitter base junction will be reduced. The forward bias of this emitter base junction will be reduced, due to which there will be small amount of charges which are going to be induced by this emitter into the base, and this collector will be getting less charges. Accordingly, the less current is going to flow through this, and a positive peak will appear in this portion. So as we are able to see, this will have a 180-degree phase shift. I will show you in another form. Like, so this circuit can be drawn in the another form like this. So if I draw a circuit, the same circuit I am drawing. So this is my say the emitter, this is the collector, and this is my base. So I have these three terminals: emitter, base, and oh sorry, this is emitter, base, and this is the collector. Okay, so I have drawn this 3. Now what I will do, I will open this. So I will move this positive terminal towards this. So what I will get, so this is just like this. So this is that load resistance, that is RL over here, and this is the positive VCC which I have connected over here. So the positive terminal, I have just opened this and I have taken like this. So I have this type of a circuit. Now the output is taken from this point, means to from this collector. So I will take this output from over here. So the output is from taken from here, like this. Okay, is it clear? Now I'll show you how I mean to say it like that. And this is common grounded. So I will directly ground this terminal like this. Yeah, so this is the symbol of ground. Okay, so this is the base. This is the emitter which is supposed to be ground, which is given to the negative terminal. I have just opened this. I have taken this plus VCC at the top. I have written plus VCC over here. So it is visible. So this is the plus VCC which I have connected. The positive terminal is connected like this. And this is the load resistance which across which we are expecting the output to come, and this is the base. Okay, and the base terminal is given the input. So whenever this is given the positive half cycle like this, the positive half cycle, so we are just referring to this positive half, right? So whenever this positive, the forward bias of this emitter base junction will increase, and the maximum current will start flowing through this, right? So as soon as maximum current starts flowing through this, the voltage that is over here, the voltage is comes down to over here. So this point has a low voltage over here, and therefore we are having this type of a, and in the negative region. Okay, like this. So we'll have this negative region over here as soon as the maximum current starts flowing through this. So the transistor is set to be on, and the output voltage at this point will be zero. Remember this. The output voltage at this point will be zero if you connect this to high, right? Similarly, if you give the reverse bias, means the negative half cycle, means this cycle, if you connect this to this negative half cycle, then what happens? Then the forward bias of this emitter base junction will be reduced, and as a part of this, the minimum current will flow, and this voltage is going to drop across this point, right? So there will be maximum voltage at this point according to the AC voltage like this. So we'll have this type of AC signal over there. So when you give V input, means voltage like this AC voltage to the input of this transistor, then the output appears like this. So it is actually 180-degree phase shift, and this is called as the common emitter amplifier gives 180-degree phase shift of output, right? So whenever we are going the positive half cycle, automatically it is being reduced. Now this can again be understood by a simple method. If I apply only two voltages over here, I will apply two voltages, that is say 0 volt and plus 5 volt. So I am going to apply these two voltages. 0 volt means it will be commonly grounded, and the other one will be high voltage, that is plus 5 volt. So if I connect these two voltages to the base, what happens to the output? When I connect this to a 0 volt, the for base emitter junction will not be forward biased. So remember this, the emitter base junction will not be forward biased since there is no voltage across this. It requires zero point 0.7 volt, minimum 0.7 volt to get this base emitter junction in forward bias. Unless and until this becomes forward bias, this transistor is not going to work. So I have applied only 0 volts. So there is not more than zero point 0.7. Therefore, this base emitter junction will not be forward bias. As a result of this, the voltage which is over here will drop at this point only, and this will work as say as good as the open switch like this. So as it is open, this will work as an open switch like this. So if it is open, which implies that this plus VCC whole voltage is going to come across this. So when we apply zero, high voltage comes across this output of this load, right? Okay, so this is the first point. Second point, when we apply plus 5 voltage, what happens? If we apply plus 5 voltage, this base emitter junction just requires zero point 0.7 volts and we are applying 5 volts. So since we have applied here 5 volts, it is more than zero point 0.7 volts, then this base emitter junction will be forward biased. As a result of this, maximum current will start flowing through this plus VCC to the ground through this transistor. And we say this that the transistor is on, the transistor is on, but the output voltage, now this output voltage which is supposed to come over here, now since the current is flowing through this transistor, it will come to this point. As soon as it comes to this point, the voltage will drop across over here. The voltage across this will be zero. So as you are able to see, this transistor can be used as a switch, and we call this as transistor as a switch. So transistor, when you apply zero at the base of a transistor, this will give you high voltage. When we apply plus 5 volts or high over here, the output voltage will be low or it will be 0 volt. So accordingly, if you apply the AC voltage for positive half cycle, it is going to give you negative half. Whereas when you give negative half to this common emitter amplifier, it is supposed to give a positive half. And therefore, we call this as this common emitter amplifier is supposed to give you 180-degree phase shift. What do you mean by 180-degree phase shift? Phase means there is a phase angle between the input AC and the output AC that we are getting. And we have an amplification over here, and that amplification factor is defined. There is two amplification factor. One is the current amplification factor, which we have already defined. That is beta in common emitter amplifier. So current amplification factor is output current upon input current. So remember that. So we are having IC upon IB as the current amplification factor. We have taken it as the change. So this is IB, this is IC. So collector current and divided by the base current. Okay, which is supposed to give you the alpha over there, right? So I guess you have understood how this whole circuit works as an amplifier. Why we call it as an amplifier? Because it is going to change the amplitude. It is going to change the amplitude of the input signal. It is not going to change the frequency. मैं ये बोल रहा हूँ फ्रीक्वेंसी चेंज नहीं करते, एम्पलीट्यूड चेंज करते. मतलब क्या है उसका? एम्पलीट्यूड चेंज करना मतलब जो भी आवाज आपको सुनाई दे रही है वो आवाज का वॉल्यूम आप लोग बढ़ा रहे हो. मतलब अगर आप किशोर कुमार का आवाज सुन रहे हो, इफ यू आर लिसनिंग टू अ किशोर कुमार वॉइस, then the voice level is being increased. It will not change the frequency, which means that you won't be able to hear the voice of Lata Mangeshkar. If you are listening to Kishore Kumar, you will be getting the voice of Kishore Kumar only, right? So that means we are not changing the frequency. We are just changing the amplitude. We are just changing the volume of that, right? So that is why it is called as an amplifier, which changes the amplitude of a signal. That is called as an amplifier. Okay, so common emitter amplifier. Common emitter. Hello, am I audible? Hello. So common emitter
Yes,
amplifier
sir.
gives you, thank you. Common emitter amplifier gives you the amplification of the input signal. Okay, and why common emitter is being extensively used? Because we are having high current gain, low input impedance, high output impedance, and so on. So there are four characteristics in which we have differentiated. We have compared this common emitter, common base, and common collector, and we came to know that common emitter configuration is the best configuration for say working. So we can use this, and this common emitter configuration is being extensively used anywhere. So I guess I have you have understood this circuit, and we'll be studying. I'll be next time drawing this circuit only. So whenever we have a common emitter sort of configuration, we'll be drawing this type of a circuit. Okay, instead of this, the same circuit we have drawn, what we have drawn over here. Just we have made the changes. This positive terminal is taken upward. That I have written here plus VCC. So this is positive terminal of that battery, and the emitter is grounded. So I have put the symbol over here. so that we can understand how this works, right? So this is the common emitter configuration. Now this last uh, topic of this is what would be the collector current, and accordingly we need to draw the circuit diagram of sorry, AC and load line analysis, right? So we are having we have seen that graph which we have plotted in the output characteristic. We have plotted the graph between IC and VCCE. If you remember this, we have drawn say the graph like this. So we were having this IC on x-axis and VCE, collector emitter voltage, on y-axis, and we were having this type of a graph like this. So I guess you remember this graph. So we were having this type of a graph, and this was actually the output characteristics of common emitter amplifier. So we have drawn this graph. Now there is a relation there is a formula which we can calculate from here. So we have two voltages over here. If you are able to see, this is the whole voltage, that is plus VCC, between the ground and the positive VCC, right? So the total voltage, that is plus VCC. So I'm writing here VCC. Now this VCC is divided into two parts. The first one is across this load resistance, right? So we can write it ICRC, or we can write it ICRL. So this is the collector current that is supposed to flow through this. So this is ICRL or ICRC. We can write here collector capacitor also. So ICRC. In some notes it is written as RC, right? So there is a voltage drop. This VCC is divided into two parts across this. So this is ICRC, and the second one is across this transistor. So this we will call it as VC. So we are having VCE, VCC divided into two parts, VCE plus ICRC. Is that okay? Is that visible? So I have divided this equation, that is VCC equal to VCE plus ICRC. Is it okay? Is it visible? दिख रहा है क्या आपको? समझ में आया क्या किया मैंने? ये जो पूरा वोल्टेज था यहां से यहां तक, ये वोल्टेज दो जगह पे डिवाइड हो रहा है, वन एट दिस सिचुएशन एंड द अदर वन अक्रॉस दिस ट्रांजिस्टर. सो आई हैव रिटन द वोल्टेज ICRC. तो इसके अक्रॉस का वोल्टेज क्या होगा? VC. VC को मैंने लिखा है ICRC अकॉर्डिंग टू ओम्स लॉ, V इक्वल टू IR. तो IC इंटू RC. आई गेस इट इज विजिबल टू यू. दिख रहा है क्या ये? दिस इज ICRC. This is the equation from where we need to calculate this. So we have this VCC equal to VCE plus ICRC. Okay. And from this equation we can derive VCE. तो मैं VCE लिख रहा हूं अभी, देखिए, therefore VCE. VCE अगर लिखना है तो मुझे VCC वो साइड लेकर जाना पड़ेगा, या ICRC ये साइड लाना पड़ेगा. तो ICRC ये साइड अगर मैं लाता हूं तो यहाँ पहले ही VCC था minus ICRC. Okay, so I'm having this equation ICRC. So I'm having two equations now. The first equation in which I have taken the whole voltage, that is VCE, which is divided into two parts across the transistor and across the load resistor, that is ICRC. So I have this formula, right? Okay, so VCE equal to VCC minus ICRC. I guess it is visible. दिख रहा है क्या आपको? Equation दिख रही है? So I have these two situations. Okay. Okay. So VC equal to VCC minus ICRC. Now how we are going to do that? So we will have 2 points. At one time we'll take IC equal to 0, and the other point we'll take VC equal to 0. We'll get 2 points on that, right? So putting that in this equation, if you put first, when I put IC equal to 0, if I put this, so IC will be 0, will be on this point, this line. So when I put IC equal to 0, therefore VCE will come across, say, equal to VCC. That I have shown you, that whenever I apply the base current equal to 0, the output voltage will be high. So we'll have VCE equal to VCC, right? And secondly, if I take VCE equal to 0, so I have 2 points. This is one condition and this is two condition. So if I take IC equal to 0, I get VC equal to VCC. When I put VCE equal to 0, which implies that this VCE will be equal to 0, and therefore we can say that I will write in other fashion. So VC C minus ICRC equal to 0. I am writing VC equal to 0. And if you calculate this, I can calculate IC. So VCE ये minus ICRC को उधर लेकर गया, तो ये plus ICRC हो गया, and IC will be equal to VCC by RC. So I will directly put that equation over here like this. Therefore, IC we will get VCC by RC. Depending on this equation, I'll be having this current. So I have 2 points like this. So one is when IC equal to VCC by RC, and the other first when we are having VCE equal to VC equal to VCC. So by putting IC equal to 0, I will get 2 points. VC equal to VCC. When I put VCE equal to 0, then I get IC equal to VCC by RC. And I put here where IC equal to this point is VCC by RC. So I have got when VCE equal to 0. So this will come on this axis. When I put IC equal to 0, so IC, when I put IC equal to 0, VCE must be equal to VCC. So I will put here VCC, right? And when I join this 2 points on the same graph, I get DC load line. We call this as a DC load line. DC load line means whenever we are applying a DC voltage, what would be the working condition of this common emitter amplifier? I guess you have understood this, how common emitter amplifier works as an amplifier, right? And how we can draw the DC load line, right? We will have some numericals also. And what it implies is during this region, this is called as the active region, and here the transistor works properly. Okay, so we try to put the resistances or put the voltages accordingly so that this transistor works in this active region. Oh, okay. I guess you have understood this. So this was all about the common emitter amplifier. This was the common emitter amplifier as a switch. So transistor as a switch. This is the circuit where we can use a transistor as a switch. When we put base equal to 0, it will give you high voltage. Transistor will be off. When we put plus 5 voltage, the transistor will be on. The transistor will conduct. The current will flow through the transistor, and the output voltage will be 0, or it will be nearly equal to VCC by RC. So this was for the today's class. I guess you have understood all those things. If you have any queries, please let me know. And if else you are not having any queries, so we'll end the class over here. Thank you very much for joining. Stay home, stay safe, take care, and please go through my YouTube channel. I'm uploading many more videos on YouTube. So please like, subscribe, and share my videos. Thank you very much. Have a nice day. Good day. See you. Bye. Bye.